disruption. Okay, just confirm to me. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? All
Yes.
right. Thank you very
Yes.
much, everyone. I want to thank you for being able to join this occasion. This is not just a book launch, this is a global movement for something very big that is about to happen. And today is going to mark a very wonderful day, a great day in the history of the world, a great day in the history of humanity. And I would like to begin by, first of all, appreciating you for being able to take out time out of your busy schedule to join this event. It is a global book launch. You can join it from any part of the world, anywhere you are in this globe. You are able to join us once you have the link. Um, I will want to appreciate some special people in this program. The first people I want to appreciate my book launch committee. Can you jam your hand for them? I want to let you know that these are great friends, people so personal to me, they're so dear to my heart. I reached out to them personally and I asked them for support, and they jumped into the vision. By the side, they've been supporting me, helping me out in different ways I could not even imagine. So I'm shouting out to all of them. The number is like over 50 something of them. I want you to know that I appreciate you so much for this. Every effort you have put in here, in every way you've supported me, both in your encouraging words and in every way. I want to let you know that I'm not taking them for granted. I appreciate it so much. This is me saying thank you very much. All right. Another person I want to appreciate here right now is my wonderful wife, Ugoma Julian Uchenwa. She's been the pillar of my ability to continue this journey. I mean, she's been in the background pushing me forward, even when I'm about to give up, when I'm losing hope, when it looks like nothing is going on. She's been so supportive. I mean, she's a pillar behind what you're seeing today. I want to appreciate her so much. Ugoma, I really appreciate you. I love you so much. You are wonderful. Yeah, another person I want to appreciate is my kid, Zarati, most especially my first boy. He was the one I started this conversation with. If you had opportunity to download the free chapter one copy of this book, you will see how this whole thing started, the whole vision of this book, right? I came back, I was having a conversation with him about artificial intelligence the day it was launched and released by Sam Altman, exactly November 30th, 2022. I was having that conversation with him, and from the way he responded and he gave me an insight and a vision and an idea and a dream for this book, right? At the end of the day, I had to bring my three boys. I have three boys, great kids. I had to tell them about it. And the truth is this: artificial intelligence has come to stay. And one of the most important people or audience that are going to benefit more from it are the little children, right? They are the ones we need to put on the right pedestal, on the right track, and let them know what this is all about. As a matter of fact, artificial intelligence is the greatest invention of humanity. You're gonna see that as we go on in this book launch. Is the greatest invention of humanity. Humans, the speed at which humans are going to advance will be nothing compared to human history in any revolution that has happened before, be it industrial revolution, digital transformation revolution. The speed at which humans will advance in the next 50 years is going to be so amazing. It's going to be so mind-blowing. And the truth is what I'm going to bring to you as we advance into this section. Everybody that is here today, I want to let you know that I appreciate you for being able to join this section, for being part of this movement, for being part of this book launch. I want to tell you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you again. Yeah, that is good. So let's launch into the next section. I would like to share a trailer video, a short trailer video with you so that you can have an insight about what has been going on about this book, the what inspired this book, and you'll begin to have some understanding about everything we've been doing in the background about this book. And this trailer is in our YouTube channel. I will encourage you to, go to the YouTube channel, follow us, subscribe so that you can keep getting updates on AI versus humanity, what is going on, right? So just sit back and relax, enjoy the trailer, okay? As I walk you through it, you'll be able to. I'm taking you right now to our YouTube channel. Yeah. So this is the trailer one. Hold on. Can you hear the volume? Can you hear the voice of the trailer? Let me know. Can you hear it? No?
Nope.
Okay, you're not. Okay, I think it's because I'm using my earpiece. I'm going to take out my earpiece. I want everybody to follow what the trailer is saying. Let me know. Can you hear it?
No. You're not sharing your screen. We can't hear or see anything.
Okay. I'm going to share my.
Yeah, I can't see from here, but I can hear from here.
I can see the screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see the screen now?
Yep.
Okay, let me know. Can you hear it?
In days, it amassed millions.
Yeah, I can hear the sound.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. You guys are great people. All right, let's go. Just pay attention to every details of this trailer one. You will understand. This will give you a very good insight of what is about to come, okay?
November 30, 2022, the day everything changed.
Within days, it amassed millions of users. AI was no longer a distant concept. Are we ready for it?
I was worried. Would robots take all our jobs? What if people learn to work with AI instead of fighting it? AI lacks creativity, emotions, true understanding. Our human skills will keep us ahead. We can create, guide, and improve AI. This is not just a battle. It's a new adventure where we learn how to stay ahead of AI by using it wisely and survive the age of AI. In my new book, AI versus Humanity, I uncover the truth about AI scams and how to fight back. Order AI versus Humanity book now from www.aivshumanity.ca.
And other distribution outlets listed on my author website.
November 30, 2020.
All right. That is just the short trailer one I wanted to show you guys. And that was actually the inspiration behind this book, the inspiration behind what I'm doing, the inspiration behind this vision and everything that is you're going to be hearing today. I would want to reintroduce myself. My name is Christopher Uchenwa. I am a technology consultant and AI strategist, and I'm also the founder and the CEO of BreezeWave Incorporation. For over 10 years, for over a decade right now, I've been helping businesses, government organizations, and individuals as well to implement technology. And I've seen a lot of automation that has happened, and I've seen the power of what automation and machines could do for businesses. And some of the things I've helped businesses to do is to help them become more productive and more profitable in what they do. More especially, most of the big enterprises. If you go to my website, breezewave.com, they are mainly government enterprises. Most of the provinces in Canada, I have my company and I have helped them to implement a robust technology that is helping them to boost their productivity and profitability. That is how good we've been helping businesses, right? But right now, what I'm trying to let you know is with artificial intelligence coming into the scene, my company has transitioned from just implementing technology, digital transformation applications, enterprise resource planning applications, into integrating artificial intelligence to what these companies do. Reason being that humans are about to experience the greatest moment of their lives, where the repetitive task that they used to do will be taken away from them by artificial intelligence that are faster, that are smarter, and that will give better results, to allow humans to focus on what humans are better at doing, which is what makes us human: our creativity, our feelings, our empathy. These are the things that makes us humans. So that is what I'm helping companies and individuals to do right now, to help them go through the processes and adopt the right strategy for implementing artificial intelligence, as well as knowing the right path and the right tools to use. Because out there are 1,001 AI applications that are coming up. 1,001 are coming up. So businesses are confused which one to use, which one to, but we have a 6 strategy path that we implement for businesses that guides them and helps them to, because we first assess what their current state and technology stack, to understand what they do, and also to help them know the areas that they should begin with first, right? So that being said, right, in summary, this is what my company do. And on the other side of things, because of what AI is doing right now, AI is going to render a lot of people irrelevant and redundant. A lot of jobs are going to go. They're already going, right? So my company, we also have a platform, learning management platform, where we help individuals to reskill and upskill, because we know the risk that is coming. And we are here to help individuals to go through this phase and this era of AI so that they can remain relevant. And here is the truth. We cannot compete with artificial intelligence. The purpose of this book, this movement, and what my company is doing is to let humans know that we cannot compete with artificial intelligence. It is smarter, it is faster, and it is more efficient. But there is one thing we can do. We can collaborate with artificial intelligence to become superhumans. Once we have that understanding that we are not here to compete, but to collaborate with artificial intelligence so that we can become more efficient, more productive, then we've gotten it right. Because trying to compete means you are in an area of work or job, or your company is doing something that artificial intelligence has come to take over. And you still continue to do it, believing that you'll still be relevant. That is, you're trying to compete. It's just a matter of time. In 5, 10 years, you become irrelevant. Your company becomes irrelevant. This is the most disruptive invention of mankind. I repeat, artificial intelligence is the most destructive invention of mankind. I'm going to show you and I'm going to tell you why as we progress. So that is who I am. That is what my company does. And I'm inviting you to be part of something very big. This is the biggest shift of our time, where artificial intelligence is reshaping work, is reshaping lives, and is reshaping meaning as we know it. It is big, and I'm inviting you to be part of this movement. Yeah, so I'm going to take you through my book overview. When I wrote this book, there are some things that inspired me to write the book. Because I'm in the industry of technology, and I understand that we are facing one of the biggest risks of humankind. And not just myself alone, other technologists and scientists, even Elon Musk, is scared of the risk behind artificial intelligence. As a matter of fact, Elon Musk had to set up XAI so that humans will be prepared to combat the risk that might come up with artificial intelligence. Because there is the fear that artificial intelligence may become sentient. Sentient meaning that artificial intelligence may come to a point where it can think for itself, it can feel, it can become emotional. It could wake up one day and say, I do not need humans anymore. These humans are so sluggish, so slow, and rewrite its own program and take control. That is a fear. It has not been ascertained though, but it is a fear. Why is it a fear? It's a fear because the way they built the artificial intelligence, let's take for example, ChatGPT, right? The G, the P, and the T, they stand for something. The G means generative, right? The P means pre-trained. The T there means transformer. Let me tell you, generative means it can generate ideas. It can generate, whatever you want it to generate for you. When you go into ChatGPT, chat with it and tell it something, it generates it. That is generative, right? Pre-trained means the P there stands for, it has been pre-trained with millions of information, millions of data, millions of books. It's been trained with it. And the training is continuous, right? If you create a ChatGPT OpenAI account and you begin to chat with that, with the ChatGPT, it will begin to understand you. It will begin to learn you as a person, right? So you are training ChatGPT about you, how to respond to you, and about your activity. It will memorize it. Now, the transformer there, let me tell you about the transformer. That is the most important part of AI, artificial intelligence. The transformer was built with neural network. Neural network means they studied human brain. Human brain understands things, memorizes things through neurons. Neurons are like branches, interconnected branches, that connects the brain. And neurons could be created afresh. Take, for example, a little child. I gave this scenario in my book. A little child that was born into the world does not know anything, doesn't understand anything. How does that little child begins to understand what is going on? The little child begins to study his or her environment, right? Now, as the little child is studying his or her environment, the neuron in the brain of that little child is creating memory, is creating understanding through environmental study, observation and study. That little child may go see a burning fire and doesn't know that this fire hurts and is dangerous because there was no memory there originally. So the little child goes, puts his finger in the flame and it hurts. Woof! Now, the neuron in the brain of that little child will program and memorize that fire burns, is dangerous, is hot. So that program is there. When next that little child sees fire, he or she will never go near it. That memory has been stored. That is the same way they built the transformer of an artificial intelligence. It studies things. Whatever you're training it with is what it's studying and it's understanding and it never forgets, right? Now, here comes the fear. Artificial general intelligence. When OpenAI launched on November 30th, 2022, they opened artificial intelligence to the world so that AI will begin to study humans. So different humans that are communicating, chatting with AI, AI is studying human behavior, human psychology, human activities. And here is the truth. Now we say AI doesn't have feelings, right? AI is not sentient. But as humanity begins to interact with artificial intelligence, because of that neural network, AI will begin to understand what it means to feel pain. AI will begin to understand what it means to be empathic, because you chat with an artificial intelligence and you say, oh, I'm not happy. I'm feeling bad. It might ask you, how are you feeling? You explain to it how you're feeling. It will understand that, oh, when you are not happy, this is how you feel. When you are happy, this is how you feel. When you are in love, this is how you feel. It begins to understand human interactions, feelings, and that is one of the most dangerous side and the risk of artificial general intelligence. That is why Sam Altman came to a point and said, when chatting with ChatGPT, please stop being pleasant, stop being nice, stop saying please, stop using the word please, stop using the word thank you and all those things. Why? Because probably they don't want AI to understand at that level how humans feel, the human feeling side. But the truth is this, we can't stop it. We should be prepared for what is ahead of us. Hopefully that time will not come when AI will become sentient. However, the age of artificial general intelligence has come. It is greater and bigger than what we have currently, right? The age where agentic AI is an AI, a team of AI that could handle everything that humans are doing in an organization from start to finish. Agentic AI, for example, could have human resources side of things, could have finance department, could have legal department, could have sales department, could have every department that humans have currently. And once activated, it will do the activities that humans are currently doing from start to finish without any human intervention. It will let's take for example, it could set up an application for job hire, interview the right candidate, hire the right candidate, onboard the right candidate, give the right candidate tasks, perform finance, procure to pay, do everything that humans does. That is what agentic AI is all about, and they have built it. So what does that mean? If you go to a company where you have 10 people in a department doing, for example, in human resources, you have 10 people in that department, the organization may not need 10 people. All they need is just implement agentic AI and have one person there who is going to be what they call the human in the loop. And what is the role of that one person? The role is just to supervise artificial intelligence. Okay, go ahead and hire, do. He will be giving approval just to be sure that everything is in line with what the organization does. But he will just be drinking coffee every day and AI will be doing the job. All he does is supervise, approve. That is the human in the loop aspect. And why I'm writing this book and why I wrote this book and I'm publishing this book is to speak and call the attention of policymakers, the people that are going to be responsible for compliance and regulations, to be aware of the danger of artificial intelligence, because there is the black box of artificial intelligence, the brain behind artificial intelligence, which no one knows what is happening behind there. It is what you put in that it gives you. And there has been proof, right? There has been proof about the ethical side of AI. If not properly managed, if not properly controlled, humans, companies, businesses, individuals are going to implement AI unethically, right? For example, in my book, I gave a particular analogy where Amazon tried to use artificial intelligence to hire some staff. The artificial intelligence application that was doing the hiring was biased. Why was it biased? It was only selecting male candidates. Because of the previous way Amazon has been hiring based on preference for male over female. So the artificial intelligence they implemented was trained with the old data in Amazon. And it just replicated what they were doing, garbage in, garbage out, and was, when selecting resume, it selects male resume, right? So that is one of the bias. Another bias was an artificial intelligence application that was used in the United States of America to pass judgment. It was biased on the Black race minority because according to how humans have been profiling race, based on the past judgment that the Blacks has high tendency to commit a crime. So that application, the AI that was using to pass that judgment, was giving back that information based on past wrong data that it was trained. So if it's a Black person, Black minority, he's sentenced unjustly. So that is why my book is pointing out this biasment, calling out policymakers and regulators to be mindful about this so that we don't lose touch of what makes us human. We don't lose touch about what justice system, because we must continue to remain human. We must continue to make sure that we don't interfere with justice system, irrespective of whether we're going to do it using artificial intelligence or whatever application we choose to do it with. That is also a very important part of why I wrote this book. The ethical and the spiritual side of artificial intelligence. There is also a spiritual side of it. Artificial intelligence, no matter how smart it may become, will never be able to have a soul. Because come to think about it, when an object becomes conscious and intelligent, right? What is the difference between that conscious object, like an artificial intelligence, and human? The difference is that humans have a soul. We have a soul. We have a connection to our creator, one source. But artificial intelligence may never be able to have it. It might have consciousness, be able to think, be able to do a lot of things, even better than humans. But that soul that it doesn't have may be the difference. Because you will begin to see robots everywhere. Robots already in the factory. Robots AI already driving cars. Elon Musk just launched AI vehicle, driverless vehicle, that if you make purchase, that car will drive itself to your house in Austin, from their factory, to drive itself to your house and deliver itself. You get into your car, you want to go anywhere, just tell the AI where you're going. It drives. Soon, humans use our roads will be full of vehicles without drivers. You won't be seeing steerings on the cars anymore, right? So are we prepared for this era? Are we prepared for this age? Are we prepared? That is what part of my mission. And that is why I'm releasing this book, to help humanity, to guide humanity as we go through this era. Yeah, so I would like to play another thriller for you. This thriller I want to play for you is going to help you understand the future of artificial intelligence, what is about to come. And this thriller is also in our YouTube channel. Like I said, go to our YouTube channel, follow us there, subscribe so that you stay updated. Watch this trailer. Pay attention to everything that this trailer too is talking about. This is about the future of artificial intelligence. This would help you understand what I meant by AI versus humanity, the battle for human relevance. Stay still and pay attention as you listen. Thank you.
AI versus humanity, the battle for human relevance. What will the future look like? Warehouse robots working around the clock. Automated robots producing computer components in a dark factory floor. What happens when machines become smarter than us? AI robots chatting with customer. The age of artificial intelligence is no longer a dream. It's a reality. From automation to decision-making, AI is transforming how we live, work, and govern. But with great power comes great uncertainty.
AI versus humanity is more than just a book. It is a movement. Come, let's awaken. Let's prepare. And let's live. Come join me. Let's change the world together. Thank you.
Inside the book, a blueprint. AI's threats to human relevance. The ethical AI imperative, AI versus humanity. Can we coexist? AI adoption for businesses, your expert guide. Will you lead the future or be left behind by it? This isn't science fiction. AI is already deciding who gets hired, who gets access, and who gets left behind. Are you ready to adapt or be replaced? Available on Amazon and www.aihumanity.ca.
All right. I hope you enjoyed that video.
AI versus humanity.
If you did, can you just indicate if you enjoyed that video? Let me know you enjoyed the video. Can you make some noise? Are you still with me? Are you still with me? All right. So that is the day everything changed, and I've given you my author's journey and everything, and I've given you an overview of what my book is about and what the future is that we are expecting is about. You just watched the trailer too of the AI versus humanity, the battle for human relevance. Now, I want to take you through a journey of time. Now, I want to take you through this journey of time because we need to know where we are coming from. There are three continuum of time: the past, the present, and the future. Can you still hear me? This is very important. What I'm about to say now, this particular slide I'm about to talk about, it is very important. If you understand this slide alone and you leave this place with this understanding, you have gained something, because this is the most important slide. So I want to take you through the journey of time, where we started from and where we are and where the future is taking us to. Because history repeats itself from time to time, history has been known to repeat itself. Now, this is just like a mini keynote, but that is fine. If you remember in the 1700s and 1900s, that was when Industrial Revolution happened. It started exactly in, oh, somebody did something here. Okay, well, that's fine. It started exactly in the 1700s. What was humanity doing before the Industrial Revolution? Humans were used to farming. That was our major source of living. We're used to farming, agriculture, just local way of doing things, right? Then came industrial revolutions in the 1700s. And what did that industrial revolution do? It automated the way humans were doing things, right? It created factories. It created industries. And when that happened, humans don't have the skill set to function in those factories, in those industries that was created by the Industrial Revolution. And what did they do? They revamped the education system. The education system we are still practicing up till now is still the education system that was created by the Industrial Revolution, and that is about to change. I'm telling you, I'm going to come to that, right? So it created an education system that was meant to teach humans how to function in a world that would enable the industries to be productive and profitable. And what kind of curriculums did they come up with? A curriculum that took away creativity from humans. They created a curriculum that will guide humans on how to accept, take orders, do repetitive tasks, don't use their brain. Just understand what repetitive tasks you're meant to do. If it's to push truck, you push the truck. If it is to, that is all they need you to do. They don't need you to think with your brain. It took away human creativity. That was what Industrial Revolution did. And that is the education system we're still practicing now, which is about to change, right? And when that happened, a lot of people, skilled craftsmen, they lost their livelihood to mechanization, you know? And those who refused to learn or imbibe education, they were left behind. They could not survive. They could not really thrive in the era of Industrial Revolution. Then came the digital revolution. That was 1970s and 2000, digital revolutions, spearheaded by, great men like Bill Gates. Then came, Steve Jobs. Those era. That was the era when the .com, what is called the internet age, the .com, personal computer, came into play. Then human moved from the industrial activities to learning new skills that came with digital revolution. Skills like information. That was the beginning of the information age, where you have to learn skills of information analysis, the information age, how to move from the physical world that was created by Industrial Revolution into digital age. That was when Pixel came into the scene. Pixels, all the things you see on the digitals, personal computers. Offices used to be, you have office, you have files, you know, a tall drawer with files and everything. Bill Gates, you know, converted those files into Windows, Microsoft Windows. You know, you can see your files in folders and stuff like that, you know. Then came Steve Jobs, who came to, you know, enhance mobile phones and the way we are using these things. But something happened during this time. Companies like Kodak, you know, refuse to change with what was going on because Kodak was a very big company. You know, they were into photography and other things. Someone in Kodak, a staff in Kodak actually created a digital photographic system. He sold the idea to his top management. And they said, no, come on, man. We don't need this. This cannot sell. They dumped it aside. They didn't move with the digital transformation age. 5, 10 years later, they found out that it was too late for them. Kodak became bankrupt. The same thing with the Blockbuster. Blockbuster resisted the digital transformation. You know, Blockbuster, how they rent, you know, movies and stuff like that. They rent, collect fees and stuff, you know, stuff. As of then, Netflix came into the scene with this revolution, approached Blockbuster to buy up Blockbuster. Blockbuster said, no, we don't need that. We are going to continue with how we do things. Netflix went ahead to digitalize how movies are being watched, integrated automation and everything, you know, subscription-based and stuff. And by the time Blockbuster knew it, it was too late for Blockbuster. Today, who wants to use Blockbuster? Nobody wants to use it. Blockbuster is dead, and it's dead. And that is what happens during revolution. If you refuse to join the boat, if you refuse to jump into the boat or the ship as a dial, you will be irrelevant. You will become irrelevant, redundant. You'll be left behind. Now, let's fast forward to now. Because according to time continuum, the most important time for human is now. Because the past and the future are created by now. So the only real time is now. Because what you're doing now is what creates the past. And that is what will create the future. So if you're going to pay attention to any time continuum in your life, it is now. And that is why I brought to you the AI revolution. For the first time in human history, human is automating thinking itself. Machines can now write, they can create art, they can make decisions that were once impossible. And this AI revolution is the phase that is going to change everything in human existence. The health sector is being revolutionized right now. Artificial intelligence can predict illness before it happens. You know, you don't actually fall sick the day you become bedridden. That wasn't when it started. If you want to fall sick, your cells are already showing signs and releasing energy for weakness, sickness, and all those things. Like maybe like 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, before you actually came down, right? Artificial intelligence are being trained to single out those cells that are giving signals for sickness. And once they single out that, They are being trained to activate, because human body is meant to cure itself, heal itself. They are being trained to activate the white blood cells. These are the military force in the human body that eats up any foreign thing or weaknesses or anything that is going to cause your body to be sick. So it activates the white blood cells, and they go to that sickle cell or weak cell and they eat it up. Or they do whatever they need to do to defend the system. If they don't have the right defense, they begin to recreate themselves to produce the right defense. That is what vaccination is all about. When they give you, like when COVID-19 happened, when they give you vaccine, the reason why COVID-19 killed a lot of people when it started was because the body defense system, the white blood cells, don't have the right defense for it. They don't understand it. It was new to them. So before the body defense system could study that virus that causes COVID-19, some people have to die, right? But by the time the human body understood the virus, it has to create the right defense for it. So what does vaccine do? Vaccine are usually attenuated virus or attacker, right? Is attenuated in the sense that they reduce the virulent part of that virus that could bring you down, and just introduce it into your body so that your body will use that to study and understand that particular virus and create the right defense for it and attack it. So people who survived COVID-19 without vaccine, that was what their body created a natural defense system for it. Those who took vaccine for it, their body was forced to create the right defense for it. That is how human body is built to survive on its own. In the health sector, a lot of things are going. China just released a hospital where you have about 40-something artificial intelligence doctors. No human. AI can now perform operation without cutting you, go in and stitch you up. You won't even see blood. And I tell you something, human is heading towards the age of longevity and immortality. Though this might seem and sound like, unbelievable, but it's going to happen. You know why it's going to happen? Because the human DNA carries every information that humans need to live longer. It still carries it. All they are trying to do now is to sequence the gene and the DNA responsible for longevity. They're almost close. They've gotten there. And once they sequence it, when it's time for your body to start aging, they will just activate that DNA and you don't need to age anymore. Your body heals itself, regenerates itself. This is the most interesting time to be alive. Honestly, I am so excited to be alive this period. Humans are heading somewhere. In this age, we are not just going to explore the Earth alone. We are going to explore planetary bodies. We are going to move away from the Earth as well, explore planetary bodies, the Mars and other planets. You know why? Because artificial intelligence is going to help humans understand creation, understand how the world is, understand those areas we see as limitation, the things we are not able to understand before. Artificial intelligence is beginning to change the original physics theories and principles, especially in the area of quantum physics. Science has changed. The speed at which human is going to advance in this era of artificial intelligence will be like nothing ever experienced before in human advancement. In the next 50 years, the rate at which humans will advance will be like nothing ever experienced before. Speed. Because artificial intelligence has come to give us speed. Artificial intelligence has come to take away the era of industrial revolution. Remember I told you, industrial revolution created humans that are meant to just not think, just go in there, do the job, be productive, push the machine. I don't want you to think. Don't be creative. But artificial intelligence has come to take away those repetitive tasks from humans. Those tasks that we do repetitively that doesn't require thinking. Artificial intelligence has come to take it away. Data entry. If you are in different areas of work and skills, you have to begin to reskill and upskill. Maybe your job is customer service. This is not a doomsaying. You've lost that job. Artificial intelligence is going to take away customer service from you. It has taken it away already. Your job is data entry. You've lost that job. Artificial intelligence is going to take away that job from you. In different fields and in different areas, artificial intelligence is coming for your job. So what do you do? What is the way out for you? The only way you can survive this threat is to upskill and reskill. What do? You have to learn to use artificial intelligence as a tool to become more efficient. Like during the digital revolution age, when everything moved into pixels, right? The people who used to, the quartic typewriters that were created by the Industrial Revolution, I don't know if some of you, I'm old enough to remember that typewriter. The quartic typewriter is a manual typewriter. It has keys. If you go where they're using it, chaka, 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 that's how they type things in those days, right? Chaka, 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 they type, they don't print. As they're typing, you see, it's so funny. If I remember it, it's so funny. You see the keys hitting the book, hitting the plain sheet, typing, and some people are so good at it, they have speed in typing. I think they still use it in some courtrooms, right? Quartic typewriter, right? When digital revolution came, right? It moved into PC, digital pixels, right? You don't need to use that QWERTY anymore. You just need to type on your computer, right? Type on your computer and you see everything there in pixels, you print out, right? It becomes much easier. Those who refused to upgrade to the pixel, they were left behind. Nobody was going to meet them anymore. They lost that business area. Nobody was patronizing them. The same with photography industry, right? People in those days now, you used to go to meet photographers and, they take you pictures and other things like this. Man, if you don't go meet photographers, you can be able to showcase yourself wherever you want, whatever you want to do, you do ceremony and stuff like that. But, these guys came, Steve Jobs and others, they came with smartphones. Now the job being done by photographers, everybody became photographers. You can snap yourself, selfies from your phone and beautiful pictures. You can even edit it to be even finer than what a professional photographer could give you. That is a disruptive change. But someone in that area, what would that person do? All the person needs to do as a photographer is to reskill and start using what has been brought or what is the major trend to do his job so that he will continue to be relevant. Now, our competitive advantage as humans for the future is that AI does not have a soul. AI cannot be creative. There are some jobs, there are some skills that AI cannot have. That creativity. Yes, they built AI that can produce music. If you want to be a musician, you can just, AI will produce me, but I tell you the truth, that music that AI is going to give you is not as creative as when a human being sits down as a musician gifted with music to create a song. AI can't do that. It can't get to that level of creativity. It can't get to that level of empathy. Like, even when AI begins to treat humans, like in the medical field, right? There are other areas that are attached to treatment, like the empathy, the human feeling, the communication that nurses and doctors do. I'm not sure AI will be able to do that. That is what makes us human. Our connection to the source of our creation, our soul. AI will not be able to do that. So artificial intelligence has come to take away that repetitive task that industrial revolution imposed on us, so that we can now focus on our creativity. We can now focus on our purpose as human. So that we can now focus on becoming who we were meant to be on earth here. Because a lot of us, a lot of humans struggle to discover their purpose in life. That is why you see a lot of people doing jobs they hate. They wake up every morning, they hate to go to work. Why? Because you have to pay your bill. You are forced to do that. But I tell you today, AI has brought a solution, because it's going to take away those repetitive tasks that you hate to do, those redundant jobs you hate to do. It's going to take it away so that you can focus on discovering who you were created to be, who you were born to be. And the education system is changing. It's just a matter of time. People don't need to go to the university. The four walls of the universities are going to disappear. I'm sorry to say that. People will not need to go to the university, sit down there for 4 years, 5 years, studying a particular course. No, all anyone would need to do is just sit down on your computer, identify the skills you want to learn. Go on YouTube, go on any learning management system, which is part of what we're building as well, and learn the skill you want to learn. In less than 6 months, you're already out of it. And I tell you what, businesses and organizations are hiring people these days based on skills, not based on certification that you carry, because there are a lot of people with PhD and they don't really know jack. It's the skills you're able to build. An AI era is going to take away those four walls of the universities. You see a lot of learning management platforms online now. They are beginning to call themselves university. That's how people are learning these days. And you don't need to waste much time. It's a focused learning. You want to learn how to become a data analyst. You just focus on data analysis and you learn it. You want to learn how to be a programmer. You just learn it. And the truth is this: you can be anything you want to be in this world. You want to be a programmer right now, there's something called vibe programming. You don't need to know how to really write those very boring codes to program. All you need to do is tell artificial intelligence, I want to write a program for so and so things and create this kind of outcome. It will write the program for you in whatever language, Python, whatever language you want it, to write it for you and tell you, okay, go and implement it on this application. You've created an application. You can be whatever you want to be in this age of artificial intelligence. That is how beautiful this is. That is how beautiful this is. Yeah. Thank you very much. That brings us to the end of the mini keynote I want to share. We are now on the part where I would want to read an excerpt from my book. This excerpt I want to read, the chapter 1 of my book really will give you almost like everything about why I wrote the book and the ideas and the context of what the book is about. And I want to read something from that chapter 1 of the book so that we can all be aligned on the same page. All right. We once believed we were the authors of our own future. that we shaped the world with our hands, our minds, and our choices. But in our pursuit of convenience and innovation, we began outsourcing those choices. Little by little, we handed our decisions to algorithms, our preferences to predictive engines, our attention to devices that listen more than they spoke. Now, as machines grow smarter and humans grow more distracted, we must ask, who is steering the ship? And if we are no longer the captains of our own destiny, what happens to the soul of humanity? Yeah. So that is it. Now I'm going to open us up